Coming up tonight on YCU News. 2 different vehicle accidents caused fatalities over the weekend. Arrowhead Ski Resort seeks volunteers. And be sure to check out a performance of White Christmas at Briggs Opera House. For more news, weather, and sports, it's time for YCU, your local view.
Now, your daily digest of the Dartmouth Lake Sunapee region and central Vermont. News, sports, weather, public affairs, and all that's happening in our area. The news on YCU, your local view.
Good evening, and welcome to this Monday edition of YCU News. I'm Rose Spillman. A 2-car crash Saturday afternoon on New Hampshire's I-89 that killed 2 people remains under investigation. A 3rd person suffered minor injuries and was treated at a local hospital. 24-year-old Amanda Murphy and 29-year-old Jason Timmons died in the collision, which happened around 1:15 p.m. near exit 18. Murphy and Timmons lived at 35 Fern Street in Wilder, Vermont. New Hampshire State Police released the names of the couple Sunday. State Chief Medical Examiner Dr. Thomas Andrew performed autopsies on the bodies, police report. 911 calls came into the Lebanon police dispatcher about a 2-vehicle collision in the northbound lane of I-89, just north of exit 18. When police arrived, Timmons and Murphy were found dead on the scene. A 53-year-old man from Sunapee, Robert Dellinger, was found injured but alive in the 2nd vehicle involved in Saturday's crash. Timmons and Murphy were riding together in a 2005 Ford Escape when the couple's car was hit by the 2005 Chevy pickup driven by Dellinger, police say. Dellinger was taken to Dartmouth Hitchcock Medical Center in Lebanon for treatment of minor injuries, say police. Dellinger lives at 28 Birch Point Lane in Sunapee. Dellinger's truck was headed southbound on I-89. The truck crossed over the median and into the highway's northbound lane and collided with the Ford Escape, report police. The investigation into what caused the crash continues. Witnesses are encouraged to come forward. State Police ask anyone who saw this collision or has information related to it to call them. The numbers to use are 603-271-3636 or 603-223-4381. Police are charging a Vermont man with leaving the scene of an accident that left 26-year-old Enfield, New Hampshire resident Kyle Wilson dead. 27-year-old Michael DeBellis of Killington was scheduled to be arraigned today in Rutland Criminal Court. He is charged with 2 felonies. Police arrested DeBellis after conducting an investigation, which began Sunday morning. At around 11 a.m., Vermont State Police responded to a report of a deceased person along the side of Mountain View and Killington roads. Friends of Wilson told police that Wilson called them around 1 a.m. Sunday morning to say he was walking to their home to meet them. Wilson never showed up as planned. Wilson's friends went to look for him later that morning. They found Wilson's body by the side of the road and called police. Police reconstructed the accident and worked with criminal forensic experts. This research led police to identify DeBellis as the driver of the car that allegedly hit Wilson. Police found extensive front and passenger side damage to the 2003 Volkswagen Jetta DeBellis was driving. Police took DeBellis into custody Sunday night. DeBellis was held for lack of $25,000 bail in the Marble Valley Regional Jail. The investigation is ongoing. Anyone with information regarding this matter is asked to call Vermont State Police. The number is 802-773-9101. When YCU News returns, we'll learn about Arrowhead Resort's volunteer program and the White Christmas performance at Briggs Opera House.
The YCU News continues in a moment.
Welcome back to YCU News. I'm Rose Spillman. Arrowhead Recreation Area in Claremont seeks volunteers to make this winter season a success. Volunteers drive the winter and summer activities at Arrowhead. The ski and tubing slopes are visible from downtown Claremont. Arrowhead is near Robert Easter Way and South Street, behind Claremont Middle School. The slope and base that brings winter sports fun to residents and visitors needs your help. Volunteers are needed in the ski shop and the tubing area and concession stand. Put your talents to good use at the city's ski area. For more information about Arrowhead, check online at www.arrowheadnh.com or drop by the Base Lodge and speak to someone in person on any Saturday morning. To help get into the holiday spirit, consider seeing Northern Stage's production of White Christmas. The play is based on the song that some of a certain age will remember as Bing Crosby's signature tune. Covers of White Christmas by many of today's musical artists continue to keep this song popular. This live performance runs through December 31st at Northern Stage. Northern Stage is located at Briggs Opera House in White River Junction, Vermont.
Northern Stage's production of White Christmas is unique because this is the premiere of White Christmas in Vermont, and this production is created specifically for Vermont. And the audiences love it, and they get the fact that this is a Valentine to Vermont, not just a Valentine to the holidays.
It's the story of a retired Army general who is running an inn in Vermont, and things aren't going so well, and his old Army buddies come together and they help save his business, help change his life, and the general, who yearned for the past, realizes that the present is a beautiful place to be.
So they decide they're going to do an out-of-town tryout up in a barn in Vermont and bring happiness to everyone. In the meantime, they fall in love, they fall out of love. The general feels that he's not valid anymore since he's not in the war. And within the progress of the show, you realize that your family isn't just the people that you're born with, it's also the family that you create. And it's who you want to be with, spend the holidays with. And from there, you get to have a wonderful White Christmas.
I believe very strongly in the power of the holidays, and specifically this time of year to bring people together. There's a lot of healing that happens. I personally like that it's dark out early. I do. People think I'm a wacko because it brings people together. You're inside, you're sharing meals together, and to be part of a company putting on a performance that's meant to make people happy and smile and to bring families together, that's a real honor for us over the holidays.
My favorite part of working on a holiday show is it puts you in the holiday spirit, beginning sometimes at Thanksgiving, oftentimes even at Halloween. You're already there, and it gives you such a joy to know that it's not just Christmas, it's about all of the holidays. It's all inclusive, and you're already in that spirit of family and fun and forgiveness for 3 months as opposed to sometimes just a week.
Who should come see White Christmas? Everyone. Especially people who loved the movie growing up. It was one of my favorites with my family. So if you love Irving Berlin and you love the movie and you love celebrating with this kind of a musical tradition, this is the show for you. It is a timeless story. It's a very American story, and it's great for people of all ages, from kids to 100.
I think everyone should come and see White Christmas. It's a fantastic show. I think it's good for all ages. You can bring your kids to the show. I think older folks will love the music, especially if you're an Irving Berlin fan. And I think that anyone who wants to be in the holiday spirit, which is everyone, that's who should come. So if you live in Vermont or New Hampshire, come see the show.
The show runs basically the month of December 4th to December 31st. We have 2 o'clock matinees, 7:30 evenings, and we run every day except for Mondays, but even some Mondays. So please just go to our website, northernstage.org, and you'll get all the times and dates.
Come see White Christmas
At Northern Stage,
and let it snow.
We have some exciting news about our television network. Tomorrow, Comcast will begin broadcasting YCN on 2 channels, both in standard definition and high definition. WYCU will be found on Comcast Channel 20 and 712. This channel will feature a mix of retro TV, PBJ children's television, and Tough TV, which consists of outdoor and sports programming. WYCX is the second channel, which will be found on Comcast 21 and 713. Channel 2 is outside television. You can catch the YCU News at new times. On Channel 20 and 712, it will show at 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. On Channel 21 and 713, it will show at 5:30 p.m. and 11 p.m. Welcome back to YCU News. I'm Rose Spillman. Now Matt McDonald will have a look at our weather for the next 5 days, and we'll take a look at some local sports.
Thanks, Rose. Tuesday we'll have some snow showers with a high of 29 degrees and a low of 16 degrees, so be cautious when driving. The rest of the week will be partly cloudy. On Wednesday, temperatures will be in the mid-20s with a bitter low of 6 degrees. On Thursday, there will be a high of 16 and a low of 5. Friday will have a high of 21 and a low of 5 degrees. And Saturday, we will have a high of 21 and a low of 13 degrees. And now it's time for our YCN Game of the Week highlights. Last Friday was opening night in New Hampshire schoolgirl basketball as Newport traveled to Kearsarge for a Division III matchup. Newport sophomore Stephanie Carl, number 23, scores here on a terrific spin move. She led the Tigers with 15 points on the night. Teammate Chrissy Merritt, number 33, drops in the putback for 2 of her 6 points in the game. Newport was hot early. Here, Renee Magoon nails a 3-pointer after falling behind by 12 points in the third quarter. Kearsarge lead by senior captain Anna Cahill began to chip away at the lead. With just over 2 minutes left in the game, Kearsarge takes the lead with this Cahill basket. Cahill drives to the hoop to give Kearsarge a 6-point lead with seconds to go in the game. Cahill steals the ball away on Newport's last possession, and the Cougars beat Newport 46-40 behind Anna Cahill's 26 points, sending the crowd into a frenzy. Newport next hosts Fall Mountain on Tuesday. Kearsarge visits Mascoma also on Tuesday.
Thank you for joining us for this Monday edition of YCU News. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And you can watch our programs anytime online at www.ycunow.com. I'm Rose Spillman for YCU, your local view. Good night.